So, Dr. Warlock, first I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time from your busy schedule in this busy weekend. And I wanted you briefly to educate my audience, my friends, my clients, since I'm a fitness professional. And I always encourage people to optimize their nutrition. And even though I understand that we need to use supplementation to really optimize our nutrition, there are many people out there, some of them use a little bit of supplementation, but many of them also still believe that they can get all of their foods through normal foods. And they do not need supplementation. Can you elaborate briefly about it?
Sure. Okay, well, Christo, the thing that people don't understand is that plants cannot manufacture minerals. Nutritional minerals make up 2/3 of the 90 essential nutrients. We call them Mighty 90, right?
Yes.
And so 2/3, 60 of the Mighty 90 are actually minerals. Plants cannot make them. And nutritional minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in veins like chocolate and chocolate ice cream. So in row number 1 in the field, you can have, say, 12 minerals. In row number 5, you have 3. And in row number 10, you have 22. And in row number 15, you have 0. Row number 20, you have 26. And in row number 25, you have 3, and so on. And so you can eat a slice of organically grown multi-grain bread and be 57 minerals short. Okay. And so in the animal industry, and myself being a veterinarian and a physician, in the animal industry, we've learned how to level the playing field, if you will, for animals, to guarantee every animal, whether they're in the state of New York or Indiana or Illinois or California or Texas or Colorado, doesn't matter, or in Canada or Europe, we level the playing field for animals in their little alfalfa pellets for everything from rats and mice and guinea pigs and rabbits and pigs and sheep. We level the playing field by putting all the nutrients that are known to be necessary for optimal health and growth and longevity in each pellet. And so we don't depend on what's in the pasture grass or in the grain they're being fed because it's too expensive to feed the ground. Rain washes stuff away and the different pH in the soil from row to row. So the only really optimal way is to supplement each pellet. Every mouthful is perfect for every animal. Now, what we've been able to do with that, for instance, in guinea pigs, their optimal lifespan is 12 years of age, and guinea pigs that are fed these little alfalfa pellets with all these nutrients in them, it doesn't matter where they're at, they will live to be 12 years of age. That's your optimal lifespan with no disease. Now, if they're left to their own devices eating locally grown foods, some will live to be 6 months, some will live to be 2 years, some will live to be 5 years, but none of them will live to be 12. Okay. Now, in human beings, Forbes magazine, a great business magazine, very trusted business magazine, did a survey on very wealthy, the billionaires, and they found there's never been a billionaire who lived to be 100. The average lifespan, according to the survey, of billionaires is 78. And billionaires can afford to eat very well, right? And so the only way you can guarantee you're going to get all the 90 essential nutrients with a particular focus on minerals is to supplement with them. To level the playing field, no matter where you live, no matter where your food is coming from, you're going to guarantee optimal nutrition. Why would you actually give up 25 years off your life and be miserable and have heart disease and kidney failure and osteoporosis and diabetes because you're not taking in all the nutrients? It's actually really an insane process. And unfortunately, the average individual has been misinformed by medical doctors who, when the person will say to the medical doctor, well, shouldn't I be taking a multiple at least something? They'll say, you get everything you need from your food, don't waste your money. That's misinformation. Every doctor who says that should be put in jail for reckless endangerment.
So, and again, for the people that I work with every day, and some are still hesitant to really optimize the nutrition because I do increase their metabolic rate, and they even burn extra minerals, extra vitamins, extra proteins, and briefly elaborate why they need to even supplement even more than the people that do not even exercise.
Yeah, so this is kind of amazement for most people. They don't realize, Christo, that people who exercise actually die younger than people who don't. For instance, there's more librarians who live to be 100 than professional athletes. With the exception of a couple of black guys in the old Negro Baseball League days back in the 1920s, there's never been a professional athlete ever lived to be 100. The average lifespan of professional athletes in America is 62. The average lifespan of a professional couch potato is 75. You gain 13 years of longevity by not exercising unless there's a caveat. If you supplement with all the known essential nutrients, all the mighty 90 and optimal levels, what happens is you actually can extend your life even if you exercise, and here's why. When a person exercises, regardless of the type of exercise they do, whether it's walking fast or jogging or running or working on treadmills or free weights, doing push-ups, whatever, people sweat. And sweat is not water. Sweat is a soup of all the nutrients that are in your blood. If you're sweating a lot, you're going to lose nutrition in your sweat.
So I'm going to stop for a second. Many of them are still misinformed and do not understand when they go to the gym, when they come to train with me, they bring the water. When they go to the gym, they bring bottle of water or sometimes even coffee. It's crazy. And you just said that when they sweat, they do not only sweat water, they sweat a lot of other things that are inside of the body. And these are?
Yeah, well, again, trainers and medical system has done a good job of reminding people to rehydrate when you're sweating. But as you point out, sweat is more than just water. Sweat is a soup of all the nutrients that are floating around in your blood. And if you're working out 2 days a week or 3 days a week, or you're doing physical work in your trade or your profession, and you're sweating during your work days, and you come home, take a shower, and you go to the gym and so forth, and sweat again,
you have to compensate.
You have to compensate. You have to supplement even more than somebody who's sedentary. You have to replace these nutrients. And as a result, we've actually worked with very high-profile athletes like Evander Holyfield, Theo Ratliff. We work with entire teams, football teams, hockey teams, and so forth, baseball players, Olympic athletes. And we work with them to make sure that not only are they hydrating during and following exercise, but also to replete the nutrients they're sweating out, particularly minerals. Because plants do make, by taking the carbon dioxide from the air, plants will actually make vitamins and amino acids and fatty acids, all of which are carbon compounds. But plants cannot manufacture minerals. We've learned this in the animal industry, that if you want to optimize production of meat, work, pulling a plow on a horse, or being able to ride a horse day and night, or better production of eggs and milk, you have to compensate by giving them more nutrients. Energy production in the body, regardless of the fuel, requires more nutrients, particularly minerals. You cannot use oxygen without minerals.
Particular minerals?
Yes, particular minerals. There's no enzyme system, there's no physiological reaction in the body, your DNA and RNA, cell walls, nothing in your body can work without mineral cofactors. So people who say, well, I'm eating well, I'm eating good, I eat salads.
They always say that.
They always say that, and they die young. It's really unfortunate. And then they throw a lot of terrible free radicals at themselves, eating a lot of fried foods and processed meats, and they clog their arteries. And here's a case where you don't crave those things if you're taking in minerals, because one of the first symptoms of mineral deficiencies is cravings. Cravings, the munchies, binge eating. People say, I don't know, I just wake up in the middle of the night and have to have a whole chocolate cake. Those are people who are missing minerals, and they will become obese at that. And Loyola University, just a couple of years ago, actually came out with a great study. They've been studying this for years. They said, for somebody who's really seriously overweight and obese, exercise alone won't solve the problem. They don't know why. They know just from tracking people that exercise alone won't do it. Because they sweat more, they lose more minerals, they just get hungrier. Now, if you're thin, exercise will keep you from gaining weight. But if you're obese already, exercise will not solve the problem alone. But if you take the minerals, if you take the Mighty 90 with all 60 essential minerals and exercise, you're going to do very well. It's a winning combination. And I appreciate all the good work you do.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome.